Heyo everybody, Haku here with HaQ&A. I guess it would be 13, right? So this week we've got a lot of comments to go through, a lot of shipping comments, but interestingly enough. So I'm going to go ahead and get into those, but first I will do a quick update saying I know a lot of you are subscribed because of The Walking Dead, so if you are looking for more of that, I am, like I did last week, I did the comic videos. I'm going to be doing at least one video a week, and it'll probably be on Fridays, so don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. It's just that, like, even channels that do exclusively Walking Dead content are like, I don't know, like, exclusively Walking Dead content, they only post like maybe one video a week if I'm lucky that I look at. So yeah, I guess I can only do like one a week. There's like not really any new content to work off of. So, and there's no real new news right now. So nothing confirmed at least. So it's kind of difficult to think of anything decent to do a video on. But I'll figure something out at least once a week, probably on Fridays. So definitely going to have that continue to come. So getting into the comments, first we've got Anime Watcher said Bomb's harem is only going to get bigger and better as time goes on. Yes, yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't really like the whole harem aspect for Bomb. I don't know. And I don't really see as much of a harem like thing. Like a bunch of girls like him, but they've never really gone that deep into the romance stuff, which I think is good. We don't need too much of that in Tower of God. Oh gosh. So, a small YouTuber that I really like named Jegsy has already made a video talking about these Sub4Sub comments, and you know, if you do YouTube, no matter how small you are, no matter how big you are, you get a ton of them. And my thoughts on the Sub4Sub comments are, why? Even if you got 4,000 subscribers or more, even if you got 40,000 subscribers from Sub4Sub, it would mean absolutely nothing. It'd mean complete shit, because people aren't watching your videos. They don't actually like your videos. Or like all these people that comment and message me saying, yo, like and watch my videos, and I'll like and watch your videos. Why do you want somebody watching your videos and liking them just because they watched yours and liked yours? Shouldn't you want people watching your videos because they actually enjoy them, liking them because they actually enjoy them? So I don't want to be a dick to this dude, but they said, I'm starting some new material and we should work together on a video. You could do a live reaction to my stuff and leave the link in the description, and I could do the same for you. Why? That is like Sub4Sub on a new level. I'm just gonna say, why? Really? Like, it's just, I don't know, it's frustrating. I usually try not to say anything bad about all these Sub4Sub comment people, but let me just say, if you have four videos, like 30 seconds long each, it's so frustrating. It's so annoying. Like, I don't even get it. These Sub4Sub channels that are just, it's so bad. Why? That doesn't make you good. The subscriber number does not make you a good YouTuber. It's like if you're going to think about people and subscribers and views as numbers instead of actual people enjoying your content, what's the point of making content? Might as well go over to Sub4Anime with that stuff, just view everybody as numbers. Try to cheese the system for as many sub numbers as you can get. So that's just frustratingly annoying, all these Sub4Sub comments. But now that I've gotten that rant out of the way, let's move on to some more positive stuff. The man C96 says, I do hope Viol finishes his training on time, and I want to see more parts about his training, or at least some small flashback in the future. Hype for the Kaiser fight, though. I think we'll find out more about the training sooner rather than later. Like, I feel like even maybe next episode we could find out more about the training, because I think we are actually going to get to, maybe not like actually see it, but we're going to learn what happened, because it seems like something that they're planning to bring up soon. Also, yeah, hype for Kaiser. I freaking love Kaiser. No Consensus says, I hope we get more small arcs like this, which focus more on the other teams besides bombs. And of fucking course I'd like them all to come together when it's a big arc. Yeah, I want them to kind of come together just in general. I want just all of them to travel together. I think it'd make things a lot easier. I don't think they would need to be all split up. And in the same vein of things, Gabriel Lancelot said, dude, if they all join up, it'd be way too OP. They'd be pretty OP, yeah, but I don't know. I would prefer them to travel together. My personal preference for that. He also said, I wonder if Bomb being an irregular will have anything to do with his name not being able to be taken. That's an interesting thought. I still think something could happen, though, where Bomb loses a name or gives away one of his names, and he's still good. He's still okay, since he technically has 2 names, Jovial Grace and 25th Bomb. Jimmy's Kitten Shack said, that's cool, I gave you a like, you got some nice vids, been watching a bit, how long have you been doing the YouTube thing? I do vlogs myself, I've been doing some new stuff, had to move my channel if you want to check it out here. That's a little Sub4Subby, but it's not completely shameless advertisement. So thank you for watching my video, and for how long I've been doing YouTube, I started sometime in January, so couple months here, couple months in. Gabriel Lancelot also said, I kind of want to ship Andrasi and Bam instead of Yuri. I'm not much into shipping, but I don't know, Andrasi Bomb versus Yuri Bomb. I'm not sure which one I prefer more. That's kind of a difficult decision. I'd say maybe I'm leaning towards Andrasi Bomb, but it's a difficult choice. Mike Nemp said, damn, Andrasi's looking like a badass. And now I'm really curious as to her real name and if she'll get it back. It's kind of annoying, though, that members of Zahard can't get their name stolen. Does their power know no bounds? Yeah, that is kind of weird and annoying that Zahard... Well, I guess the Zahard name kind of comes with whatever he does to give the princesses powers. So I guess, yeah, that can't really be stolen. Also, yeah, I'm really curious as to her real name. And of course, she was looking like a badass. That fight sequence with her and Mart and the little servants, where she just goes Madara Uchiha on them, that was badass. I absolutely loved that. No Consensus said, I thought it was interesting how Ship seemed more concerned about Kaiser than Andrasi. Andrasi seems like... Well, yeah. Andrasi seems like she doesn't really care at all about Kaiser and is just more interested in Bomb arriving. So IDK, maybe she's just playing around and just needed an excuse to meet Bomb again. Seems like she's up to something. I think that she's not really up to something. She did just lose and lost her name. I just think that she's pretty chill about it. She's not freaking out that she lost it or anything. I think she has the sort of attitude like, I'm climbing with somebody I shouldn't be climbing with. I'm helping regulars, I'm helping criminals, but it'll all work out in the end. I think that's sort of the Andrasi, the way that Andrasi does things. Phenom Uprising said, if they start making animes of webtoon properties such as Tower of God, I hope they make a version with Korean voice actors instead of Japanese. I love watching anime and I love the Japanese language, but it seemed out of place to me in the Noblesse OVA. Any opinions on the matter? I think that I think that you're kind of right, and I think there's probably a large fan base that will want it to be in Korean because that's the native language. But I think that since it will probably be made in Japan, as most anime are, it will likely be in Japanese. And honestly, to me personally, I don't really have a preference either way, but if I was to have to choose one over the other, I'm sorry to all my fans of the Korean voices out there, but I would actually say Japanese just because I'm so used to it through anime and manga and everything that I think it'd be very out of place for me to hear it in Korean. Yo 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 said Yeon X Bomb. Nah fam, nah. Yeon X Rack is where it's at. Matthew Addison said Andrasi X Bam all day lol. Andrasi X Bam I'm cool with. Prince Blaze and the Crimson Link both said great job on the latest episode of the Pokemon Black 2 Nuzlocke. Thank you both so very much. I need to go through and say thank you to all of these commenters. Future Guy 2045 said, maybe consider reviewing a series that's not a weekly release like Attack on Titan, for instance. It'd be easier on your schedule. Yeah, I already do that with with Monmusu and with The Walking Dead being monthly or around monthly. So those I don't know. I could add more stuff that's monthly release, like Attack on Titan maybe. I don't know. Is Kingdom monthly? This is going to get off topic. This is something else I wanted to talk about though. Is Kingdom a monthly release or a weekly release? Either way, I know Kingdom was in the top 5 selling manga of this year, and I always hear King of Lightning like preaching it and saying it's really good. So I do want to check it out, but I know nothing about it, nothing about any of the characters or anything. But since it's so popular and I've heard it's good from a reviewer that I trust, I was thinking of maybe just doing like some live streams where I just live stream me reading through the entire thing and catching up. And then maybe I'll add it on the channel if I like it once we catch up to it. So I might be doing some Kingdom things if any of you would be interested in me adding Kingdom. I think that'd be pretty cool to add. Baron of Hellspin said Negan on the show was drastically watered down, if that makes any sense. And I was like, yeah, perfect sense. Because I hope they can find a better way to capture the character, because comic Negan is really a great character, and I hope they can capture some of that on the show. But as for right now, it is drastically watered down. Kebron said, I totally agree about Agaro not being as cool as he used to be. I've noticed he doesn't have smart moments as good as during Season 1. I know a lot of people like the Dollar Show arc, but other than the moment when he trapped the fish, I thought it wasn't as good as he used to be. He used to say that he wasn't ruled by the conditions of the test, but that he made them work in his own way. For example, it was really cool the fact that he was the only one during the first test looking for teammates and not fighting. I definitely agree. I still like Agaro, but during Volume 1, he was like my favorite character. He was so freaking cool. And then ever since then, all through Volume 2, Season 2, whatever, he hasn't done stuff that was as cool as Volume 1. So while I do still like him, he's definitely not as cool to me as he used to be. I do think he was really cool in Dollar Show arc, but still not as cool as he was in Volume 1. Mike Nempt said the last time Bomb met the Spirit, pretty sure it called itself Bomb's true self, and told him to take his power, which Bomb refused, saying he was evil and he'd use his own power or something to that effect. This makes me wonder what'll happen, since it seems like the god wants Bomb to come out with the Spirit, which may alter Bomb's personality, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I have no clue about the Spirit guy stuff. To me, it was just really weird. It wasn't explained super well to me. Like, I don't know, I guess it's his true power, but power comes, like, you have to sacrifice some part of yourself for power, kind of. So, I don't know, I do think it's going to mess with him, and I think we're going to learn a lot more about that sooner rather than later. It'll have to do with the training as we find out more about that. So, yeah, I don't really know much of anything with the Spirit. I don't really have strong opinions on any of it. It seems like SIU just kind of went over it really quick both times Bomb met him. Anime Watcher said, on last week's HaQ&A, I clicked because of Pito, and I love Pito. I was talking not for Pito, of course. I was talking about Hunter x Hunter, so I put him in the thumbnail, or her in the thumbnail for last HaQ&A. Mike Nemp said, I'm not sure if Ron has all the names that Hess held, or if you only get the name of the one person you kill and the others kind of get lost. That wasn't too clear in the description of how the naming works. Yeah, same here, because I'm pretty sure he brought it up in that comment section, because I brought it up in the video that I don't completely know how that works. I mean, he killed Hess, so I guess he gets Hess's name. But it also makes me feel like he would also get all of Hess's servants and their names, and all the names that Hess has as well. So, yeah. Not sure how that works. I don't know if it'll even be explained. We'll probably just move on past it. Kevin said, yes, Ron is now the 10th boss in a way, unless you lose your names when you die, and nobody can ever get them again, which doesn't sound right. Yeah, pretty sure it just works as you get the boss's name and pretty much become like one of the 10 bosses once you take their name. Because you have once you take the name, you have all those names, you're pretty much the new 10th boss. You have all the authority that they would have, if you so choose to take it. Now, this week's last comment is a bit of a comment chain. No Consensus said, I also hope to see Team Ship and Novik deal with Kaiser before the train arrives. Interjecting here that, sadly, it doesn't seem like that's going to happen, but that would have been really cool. Unfortunately, I've already seen the Raws for the next chapter, so I can't really contribute much to the discussion without potentially spoiling. Kind of regret spoiling myself, since now I have to wait a while till the translations are out. And then Kebrin, No Consensus, and I talked a bit about that, and yeah, don't spoil me, bros. But seriously, I don't really like that I like that people can buy it early and it helps SIU out, but I also don't like it because then those same people can just spoil everyone. So I will be waiting for the official line translation every week, and hopefully I will not be spoiled by the preview service fans out there. And I guess that's it for this week's HaQ&A. So I hope you guys did enjoy that one, getting through all those comments. So like if you did like this video, comment down there, tell me what you thought of the video. If you have any other questions or comments, I'll be happy to respond to them in next week's HaQ&A. And yeah, subscribe for any of the stuff I talked about in this video or more. And follow on Twitter as well if you want. I'll try to keep you updated there on when I post stuff, when I push stuff back, anything like that. And that is it for this video. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.